Welcome to my channel Beat the Math. I am Pavitra Hunay. Today I need to discuss about matrix. What is matrix? The rectangular RE, ARRY. RE means arrangement of numbers is called matrix. If suppose a matrix consists of m number of rows and n number of columns is called m cross n matrix. You see, we have to read it m cross n. Okay, m cross n. This is cross. M cross CROSS. M cross n. We can read like this: m cross n. Not multiplication, not product, like that. Okay, just you read m cross n. So this is a rectangular array of numbers with m number of rows and n number of columns is called m cross n matrix. The plural form of matrix is matrices. The plural form of matrix is matrices. A rectangular array of elements. Array means arrangement. Array of elements of the form A11, A12, A13 A1n, A21, A22, A23 A2n, A31, A32, A33 A3n, A41, A42, A43 A4n. Okay, AM1, AM2, AM3 AMN is called matrix of order m cross n. That means m number of row the matrix consists of. That means the matrix is m number of rows and n number of columns. n number of columns. You see, A11, A12, A13 A1n. This is row. A11, A21, A31, A41, AM1. This is column. Okay, that means simply we can say the horizontal line is called row. You see, this is row. A11, A12, A13 A1n, A21, A22, A23 A2n. These are the rows. Okay, these are the columns. Rows. The horizontal lines are called rows. And column, the vertical lines are called column. Of the matrix. Okay, Aij, the matrix can be written as Aij m cross n, or Aij m cross n. The matrix can be written with a square bracket or with this moon bracket. Okay, that means Aij, what is Aij? Aij means I number of the elements. Aij is the elements of ith row and jth column. Aij, suppose you can write A11, that means this is your I, this is your j. Suppose you write 12, A12, first one is your I, second one is your j. Okay, suppose A1n, you can A1n, that means first one is I, second n is j. That means Aij, the element of ith row, it shows that ith row, this is first row, and jth column, this is nth column, this is first row, nth column. Okay, this element is the first row, this is the first row and nth column elements. Okay, you see order of matrix. What is order of matrix? The number of row or column present in the matrix is called the order of matrix. The number of rows and columns present in the matrix, or consist in the matrix, is called order of the matrix. Okay, suppose I can write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. How many rows are there? You see, this is row 1. Row 1, you say this is row 1. This is row 2. I can write R1 and R2. This is also row 1, row 2. Okay, how many rows are there? There are 2 rows. How many columns are there? You see, column we can write as C1, C2, like that. C1, C2, C3, C4. There are 4 columns. Okay, this is first column, second column, third column, fourth column. So there are 4 columns. What is the order of the matrix? You see, how many rows are there? There are 2 rows. We have to write the row first. And how many columns are there? There are 4 columns. That means order of the matrix is 2 cross 2. Order of the matrix is 2 cross 4. We have to say 2 cross 4, not 2 multiplication 4. This is 2 cross 4. Okay, suppose 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is a matrix. Suppose this is a matrix. How many rows are there? You see, there is only a row. Only a row. How many columns are there? 1 2 C1 C2 C3 C4 C5 C5 C6 C7. That means the matrix consists of 1 row and 7 column. The row we have to write first. That means the order of the matrix is 1 cross 7. Okay. Similarly, suppose I will write 3 2 5 1 6 9. Matrix means we have to keep it with a square bracket or a moon bracket. What is the order of the matrix? You see, this is your R1, this is your R2, this is your R3. That means the matrix consists of 3 rows and how many columns? C1 C2, 2 columns. That means we have to write the row first. How many rows? 3 rows. How many columns? 2 columns. That means order of the matrix, order of the matrix, order of the matrix, this matrix, order of the matrix, how much? Is 3 cross 2. Okay, 3 cross 2. The order of the matrix is 1 cross 7. Order of the matrix is 2 cross 4. Understood? What is order of the matrix? The order of the matrix, the number of rows and columns present in the matrix is called the order of the matrix. Okay, let's start types of matrix. Types of matrix. Okay, you see, the first one is row matrix. What is row matrix? If a matrix consists of a row, okay, or we can write a matrix having a row is called row matrix. Okay, that means a matrix having a single row. Okay, a matrix having, or we can say a matrix having a matrix of a matrix having a single row. The matrix which have only a row, we can also write the matrix which have, this is another definition, which have only a row. A means one, only one row, or a row, only one row is called row matrix. Okay. For example, you say 1 2 3 5 7 8. This is an example of row matrix. How many rows are there? Only one rows are there. Only one rows are there. Column, no matter how much may be, how many of may be the column, but row should be one. Okay. Order of the matrix is 1 cross 6. Okay. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6 columns are there. Only one rows are there. You see, what is the order of row matrix? Order of row matrix. Order of row matrix is how much? 1 cross n. You see, this is your row, this is your column. Whatever may be the column, the row should be 1. column कुछ भी होना चाहिए, लेकिन रो एक ही होना चाहिए. Always row should be 1, whatever may be the column. 2 3 4 5 something like that. Here you see row is 1, column is 6. Okay, if row is 1, whatever may be the column, no matter, the matrix is called row matrix. Okay, next, column matrix. The matrix which having a column is called column matrix. Column matrix. The matrix which has a single column is called column matrix. Okay, the matrix having a column, a means one, single column, is called column matrix. For example, you see 1, write A, B, C, D, E. This is example of column matrix. How many columns are there? Only one columns are there. How many rows are there? You see row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. That is 5 cross 1. Okay, order of the column matrix is how much? N cross 1. Okay, N cross 1. The matrix should be one column, whatever may be the row, no matter. Okay, you see one column, 5 rows. Okay, whatever may be the row, what that should be a column. Okay, suppose 2 3 2 3 4 5 6 8. Okay, this is also a column matrix. This is 6 cross 1. Okay, this is your row, this is your column. Okay, how many columns are there? One column. Otherwise you cannot say this is a column matrix. If there should not be one column, you cannot say this is a column matrix. That means column matrix means only a column. Next, come to zero matrix or null matrix. The same thing, zero matrix, null matrix. Same thing, different two name. Okay. What is zero matrix? The matrix which has all the elements are 0. The matrix whose write down whose all the elements are 0 is called zero matrix. That means what? You see, zero matrix, order of the zero matrix, any order. Okay, the order of the zero matrix is any order. Any order means whatever may be the order, no matter. Okay, you see, this is a zero matrix. Example, this is a zero matrix. This is a zero matrix. This is a zero matrix. This is also a zero matrix. Okay. Whatever may be the order, no matter. Okay. These matrices are the zero matrix. That means if all the elements are 0, we can say the matrix is zero matrix or null matrix. The same name, Zero matrix means null matrix, null matrix means zero matrix, but all the elements should be 0. Next come to rectangular matrix. Rectangular matrix. A matrix of order m cross n is said to be rectangular matrix. Rectangular matrix. Rectangular matrix if m not is equal to n. Okay, m not is equal to n, that is rectangular matrix. Suppose you see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. You see how many, you see m is the row, n is the column. That means rectangular matrix is the matrix where m and n are not equal. That means you see how many rows are there. There are 3 rows, 2 rows, first row, second row, 2 rows. How many columns are there? 3 columns. That means here m not is equal to n. This is your row, this is your column. Okay, this is your row, this is your column. Okay, that means the matrix which has different number of rows and columns. We can say different number of rows and column. Rectangular matrix means different number of rows and columns. Okay. If different number of rows and columns are there, the matrix is called the rectangular matrix. Next you see square matrix. What is square matrix? Same number of row and column. Okay, the matrix which has same number of rows and columns, same number of or equal number of, better to write, which has equal number of rows and columns. Rows and columns is called square matrix. SQUARE, square matrix. For example, you say A, B, C, D. This is the order of 2 cross 2. That means number of row is equal to number of column is equal to. Okay. Suppose 1, 3, 5, 6, 2, 7, 8, 9, 6. You see how many rows are there? There are 3 rows, 1, 3, 5, 6, 2, 7, 8, 9, 6. There are 3 rows. How many columns are there? 3 columns, column 1, column 2, column 3. Okay, that means same number of rows and columns. Here m is equal to n. M is equal to n. That means same number of rows and columns are there. This type of matrix is called the square matrix. Okay. Next come to diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix is the square matrix. The square matrix whose diagonal elements, diagonal, that means leading diagonal, you write, better to write, whose leading diagonal, a leading diagonal elements not occurred 0, not occurred 0. Okay, for example, you see 1 0 0 2. Okay, and next 2 0 0 0 3 0 0 0 5. Such type of matrix is called the diagonal matrix. You see, the diagonal elements are not 0, other elements are 0. This type of matrix is called the diagonal matrix. You see, what is leading diagonal? You see, leading diagonal. What is leading diagonal? Suppose I can write 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. You see, this is the leading diagonal. Okay, suppose I can write 2 7 8 5. What is the leading diagonal? This is the leading diagonal. Okay, suppose I can write 1 3 7 8 9 4 7 8 2. What is the leading diagonal? This is the leading diagonal. Leading diagonal. In this diagonal matrix, that means the leading diagonal should not be 0. Okay, other elements are 0. Understood? Next come to unit matrix. Unit matrix, or we can say identity matrix. Okay, unit matrix or identity matrix. The square matrix, whose diagonal elements, whose leading diagonal elements are 1 and other elements are 0 is called unit matrix. The other name of unit matrix is called the identity matrix, or this matrix is also called, better to write, this matrix is also called identity matrix. This matrix can be denoted by capital I. This matrix can be denoted by capital I. Okay, you see, for example, the order of 2 cross 2 identity matrix is order of 2 cross 2 identity matrix. Order of 2 cross 2 identity matrix or unit matrix is how much? 0 1 0 1 0 0 1. Okay, similarly, order of 3 cross 3 unit matrix or identity matrix, unit matrix is what? 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Okay, this is your unit matrix, or we can say identity matrix. Next come to scalar matrix. Scalar matrix is also a square matrix. It is also a square matrix. Okay, in this matrix, the leading diagonal elements are equal and other elements are 0. The leading diagonal in this matrix, or you can write the unit matrix. The unit matrix whose leading diagonal are equal. Leading diagonal elements are equal is called scalar matrix. For example, you see 2 0 0 0 2 0 0 0 2. The unit matrix whose leading diagonal element are equal. You see 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. This is the unit matrix. Leading diagonal 1 1 1. Okay, these are equal. That means not 1 other than 1. That means 2 0 0. I can write. We can also say a0 0a or a0 0 0a0 0 0a. These are the scalar matrix. That means you say the square matrix whose leading diagonal are equal, whose leading diagonal elements are equal and other elements are 0, and other elements are 0 is called scalar matrix. Okay. Next come to singular matrix. The square matrix, not matrix, the square matrix whose determinant is 0 is called singular matrix. Okay, the square matrix, we will take a square matrix whose determinant is 0. Suppose we can write 2 4 4 8. You see, suppose we will find the determinant. Suppose this is a. Suppose we will find the determinant. Mod of a is equal to 2 into 8 minus 4 into 4 is equal to, you see, 16 minus 16 is equal to 0. That means mod is equal to 0. Such type of matrix is called as singular matrix. This is a example of singular matrix. Okay. Next come to non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. Okay, the square matrix whose determinant is non-zero, is called non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. Okay, non-singular matrix is also called regular matrix. Non-singular matrix is also called regular matrix. Okay, for example, you see 3 5 6 2. You see, suppose you find the determinant of this. You see, suppose this is a. If you find mod a means determinant of a, that is 3 into 2 minus 6 into 5. 3 into 2 is equal to 6 minus 6 into 5 equal to 30 is equal to minus 24, which is not is equal to 0. If the determinant of of the matrix is not is equal to 0, the matrix is called non-singular matrix. Okay. Next come to triangular matrix. You see, there are two type of triangular matrix. One is lower triangular matrix, another one is upper triangular matrix. At first you see what is lower triangular matrix. The square matrix whose the square matrix Aij, you write Aij is called as lower triangular matrix. Lower triangular matrix if Aij is equal to 0 and I less than j. Okay, that means you see the diagonal element, upper part of the diagonal elements are 0. That means you see, example you see 1 0 0 2 5 0 3 1 4. This is lower triangular matrix. You see, this is the leading diagonal 1 5 4. Okay, the upper part of the leading diagonal are 0. That means element above the leading diagonal are 0 0. Above the leading, this is the leading diagonal 1 5 4, this is the leading diagonal. Above the leading diagonal are 0, all are 0 above the leading diagonal. Okay, suppose you can write upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix, the square matrix Aij is called a upper triangular matrix if Aij is equal to 0, I greater than j. Okay, element below the leading diagonal are 0. Example is equal to how much? You see 2 5 6. Okay, 0 7 9 0 0 3. This is the example of upper triangular matrix. Next come to horizontal matrix. Horizontal matrix. Okay, the matrix M cross N is called horizontal matrix. Horizontal matrix if M less than N. Okay, for example 3 4 5 6 8 2. Row lesser row, more column. You see how many rows are there? 2 rows 3 column, that means 2 less than 3. Such type of matrix is called the horizontal matrix. Next come to vertical matrix. Vertical matrix, the matrix M cross N is called vertical matrix. Vertical matrix Okay, if matrix, if right here, if m greater than n, for example 3 2 5 1 6 9, this is example of vertical matrix. You see, row, more row, less column, 3 cross 2. Okay, 3 greater than 2, row is more, column is less. Such type of matrix is called the vertical matrix. Symmetry matrix. The square matrix, the square matrix whose transpose is itself is called symmetry matrix. You see, that means A is equal to 80, or we can say A is equal to A dash. In some books 80 given, in some books A dash given. That means if you interchange the row and column, transpose, how can you get? If you interchange a row and column, the same thing you will get. Okay, suppose A is a matrix given, suppose you interchange it, you can get the same thing. That means same A. Okay, that means A is equal to A dash. That means this matrix is called the symmetry matrix. Next come to skew symmetry matrix. Skew symmetry matrix. It is also a square matrix. The square matrix is said to be skew symmetric, is said to be skew symmetry if A is equal to minus 80. You see, A is equal to minus A transpose, or we can say A is equal to minus A dash. In some books 80 given, or in some books A dash given. This is the skew symmetry matrix. This is the example of symmetry matrix 2 2 minus 2, 2 2 8 minus 2 8 6. You see, suppose you find A dash or A transpose, you say same thing you can get 2 2 minus 2. You see, 2 2 minus 2, row become column, column become to row. 2 2 minus 2, 2 2 8 minus 2 8 6. Okay, next you see the example of skew symmetry matrix. Skew symmetric matrix. Okay, this is the example of skew symmetry matrix. Suppose you find AT, you can get minus 0 2 2, 0 minus 2 minus 2, or 2 0 2. Okay, uh, then 2 minus 2 0. Here A is equal to 80, here A is equal to minus 80. This is your skew symmetry, this is your symmetry. Okay, idempotent matrix, a square matrix is said to be idempotent matrix if A square is equal to A. Okay, if A square is equal to A, the matrix is called the idempotent matrix. Next, involutory matrix. A square matrix is said to be involutory matrix if a square is equal to I, where I is the identity matrix. Okay, these are the types of matrix. Some more types of matrix are in, you can get in your higher classes.